Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we are going to be talking about a very specific kind of magic. And no, I'm not talking about the dragons and wizards kind of magic, but a hidden, everyday magic that is literally surrounding us right this very second. It's a really whimsical, wonderful story about the unsung heroes of our very own homes. Actually, it's a story about the profound beauty of absolutely nothing happening. Now, I know that sounds a little strange, right? Why would we celebrate nothing? Well, just stick with me here, because by the end of this explainer, I promise you're going to be celebrating the completely ordinary in a whole new way. So I want you to just picture this for a second. It is a perfect, cozy morning. You wake up, you're stretching in bed, and you hear that incredibly soothing sound of rain just pattering against your bedroom window. The wind might be absolutely howling outside, but you are completely snug, perfectly warm, and wonderfully dry inside your home. It's just that ultimate, unbeatable feeling of security. You wander into the kitchen, maybe you're still in your pajamas, you fill up the coffee pot with water, grab your absolute favorite mug out of the cupboard, and you simply push a button to start your morning brew. You just stand there for a second, taking in that rich aroma, anticipating that wonderful first morning sip. It's a super simple joy, right? It's a routine you probably do every single day without giving it a second thought.
And honestly, that is exactly the point. Everything is working exactly as it should. The water flowed right from the tap, the electricity powered up the coffee maker without a hitch, the roof kept all that nasty rain outside where it belongs. It is a really comfortable, beautifully mundane reality where absolutely everything hums along perfectly. We completely expect our homes to just work. But have you ever stopped to wonder how it got this way? Like, how do we actually guarantee this everyday peace?
Okay, let's dive into this. Imagine a brand new home is being built right next door to you. If you look closely at the construction site, you might spot someone standing proudly on the lawn with a clipboard in hand. This person, right here, they are the true hero of our story today, the building inspector. This diligent individual, maybe rocking a fantastic beard and a really sharp eye, is out there ensuring that the new house meets all the necessary codes and standards. And they did the exact same thing for your home before you even unpacked your first box. They are quite literally the silent guardians of the neighborhood.
Now, I want you to leave your cozy, safe reality for just a moment and imagine a sort of cartoonish, wacky alternate universe. What if building codes were merely suggestions? What if these inspectors just, didn't exist at all, and people could build houses however they felt like it without anyone checking for any of those pesky code violations? Well, that relaxing morning routine we just talked about, it would look very, very different.
In our alternate reality, you might wake up on a sunny morning, walk downstairs, and suddenly find out that your cozy, enclosed living room is now an unexpected open-air atrium. Why? Because somebody somewhere decided a load-bearing wall wasn't really all that important and just stuck it in the wrong place. And just like that, your safe house is now a highly drafty, entirely unintentional outdoor space.
And this brilliantly illustrates the difference between expectation and reality during a crisis. Imagine a mild earthquake hits. If your home was properly inspected, it stands tall and sturdy. You barely even notice the shaking. You're just calmly sitting there sipping your morning coffee. But in our completely unregulated alternate reality, oh boy, you are putting on an acrobatic display, literally dodging flying furniture as the house sways back and forth like a ship at sea. Meanwhile, your sturdy inspected home is practically winking at you, saying you're welcome for the inspection.
And hey, let's not forget about fire safety. When the smoke alarms chirp their gentle or not so gentle warnings, it isn't just a reminder that you burnt your morning bagel again. It is a life-saving signal. Thanks to proper codes and clear exit requirements, you have the peace of mind to calmly evacuate with your dignity and your burnt toast completely intact. In the alternate universe, it is absolute chaos, panic, and you are definitely 100% spilling your coffee. Let's move to and see how this builds, because the scope of what these inspectors actually protect us from goes so far beyond just earthquakes and load-bearing walls. Let's look at some of the highly specific, sometimes ridiculous, and downright terrifying daily hazards that you and I happily dodge every single day, all thanks to someone with a clipboard and a really sharp pencil. Think about your morning shower for a second. You step in, fully expecting a relaxing, warm, totally safe wash to wake you up. Well, in a world without building codes, that water could easily mix with faulty electrical work. So instead of a relaxing start to your day, you get an electrifying surprise that literally turns you into a human lightning rod. Now that is a shocking experience that would absolutely ruin your entire morning routine. So how exactly do we avoid becoming human lightning rods before we've even had breakfast? Through the inspector's magical wards.
These are the highly specific spells cast to keep you safe. We are talking about proper wiring, perfectly hidden behind the walls, those GFCI outlets, the ones with the little buttons that instantly cut power if water gets too close, and the absolute crucial bonding of metal water pipes to keep stray currents far away from your bathwater. You can scrub away without a single fear, all because someone verified these unseen hidden details.
Or hey, how about this one? You walk into your bathroom to draw a nice, luxurious bubble bath. Your expectation is the fresh, clean scent of absolutely nothing, or hey, maybe some nice lavender soap. But the alternate reality without a proper plumbing inspection? Noxious sewer smells bubbling up right through your drain. Let me tell you, it is really hard to relax on a bubble bath when your bathroom smells like the underbelly of a city sewer.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the source material describes this exact, uninspected plumbing disaster. It calls it a nose-wrinkling odor that could knock out a raccoon. I mean, just imagine that for a second. A smell so incredibly bad that a wild animal known for eating actual garbage would just pass out. That is the smelly, smelly fate the diligent plumbing inspectors saves us from. They ensure you can actually breathe easy while contemplating your day.
And obviously, we cannot forget the electrical grid. Picture this. It's midnight. You're sneaking out to the kitchen for a late-night snack raid. You reach over and flip the ceiling light switch. The expectation? Safe, immediate illumination so you can find the cookies. The alternate reality? A dramatic, absolutely terrifying show of sparks and smoke worthy of a multi-million-dollar Hollywood action movie explosion. But thanks to inspectors, we get zero fireworks, just boring, wonderful, perfectly safe light.
Finally, consider your actual walk to the kitchen. You expect the floors to be perfectly level. You expect your home to stay grounded, literally. Without a properly inspected foundation, you could be strolling through your hallway and suddenly notice the whole house is leaning. The walls are bowing outward. Or, and this is my personal nightmare, you find a terrifying, completely unexpected drop-off right at the top of the stairs. Foundation faux pas are seriously no joke. So, after looking at all these wild potential catastrophes, I mean the exploding light switches, the raccoon fainting smells, the drafty open-air living rooms, the electrocuting showers, it all begs a really massive question. When a building inspector wields their clipboard, uses their eagle eyes, and does their job absolutely perfectly, what is the grand, triumphant outcome of all this diligent behind-the-scenes work? So the crucial point is, the answer is nothing. Absolutely, unequivocally, nothing happens. No sparks fly, no weird smells bubble up, no walls collapse. Just quiet, boring, beautifully predictable safety. When everything goes perfectly right, we don't even notice it's happening. The true magic of a building inspector's work is its total and complete invisibility.
Our source actually sums this up so beautifully. It says, they're the reason our homes are safe, functional, and, most importantly, unremarkable in the best possible way. They might not wear flashy capes, but they wield a mighty pencil. They fight off chaos with their code books, because at the end of the day, unremarkable is exactly what you want your house to be when the wind blows hard or the earth decides to shake.
Which leaves us with this final thought for today's explainer. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, fill up that coffee pot and safely plug in your toaster without triggering a massive Hollywood pyrotechnics display in your kitchen. Will you remember the unsung hero who made that incredibly boring, perfect moment possible? Take just a second to appreciate the absolute, beautiful lack of explosions in your life. Because guys, that is the magic of nothing. Thanks so much for joining me today, and keep appreciating the everyday magic out there.